So hello everyone, I'm Jake Baz and today I'm joined by a very special guest in Miss Cataclysm. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hello everybody.
Today we got a very good one for you because we're going to be rating some of Elphaba's dramas and scandals and I'm so excited. Are you?
Yeah, it's my favourite pastime. I love talking about Elphaba. Not that you'd be able to tell from my channel.
I'm slightly scared about it, to be honest.
Scared of what? She's definitely had no controversies. You're fine. No controversies, no scandals.
Oh yeah, you're right. She's not been involved in anything.
Absolutely nothing to fear.
And yet today we're going to be doing it in a bit of a tier list to spice things up. So I've collected a load of scandals. We're going to rate them from the worst, most abominable ones at S tier down to like a let's not talk about it. But as you probably know, there's probably going to be a lot more up the top.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might as well just chop that tier list in half. We'll just use the top part.
Also, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to check out Cataclysm because her videos are just as bad as mine.
Thank you. That was a great plug for me.
You ready?
Yay, ready! Woo!
So first I thought we need to cover a bit of a canon event in the Elphaba universe, and that's going to be with the credit card reader scandal. You know, have you heard of it?
Yes, I have. What a delightful situation.
Right. Hello, yes. So this is a card reader, right?
No way.
I can put in the amount, right? And this is what it does. Watch how cool this is.
Ah.
Wow.
To be fair, that is pretty cool.
I was going to say, I love how it says £5 payment declined. I thought she was earning bank from these TikTok lives. And also, what I don't quite get is why she's putting £5 as the amount. Like, surely she should be putting 50 or like 500.
Like a subscriptions. I get it. I love how she said how cool this is as well. I don't know if you've ever been in a shop, but I haven't necessarily found that part of the experience pretty cool.
She's like, guys, look how cool it is. I'm going to take loads of your money even though I do absolutely nothing on live. How cool is this? I suppose that is quite cool if you do nothing and get paid. So I kind of get where she's coming from.
Kind of like us, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, as I was saying it, I was like, oh, that rings a bell.
Obviously. Isn't it cool though?
No.
I don't like the little ad-libs that have been added over. They remind me of like The Sims, and it's not The Sims.
I don't know what you're on about.
No, I don't know either. Just ignore me.
Just sounds like summer.
Yeah, sounds like something horrific.
So we're gonna give it a rating. Do you understand how ratings work on these tier lists?
I think I do now. So yeah, I think I do.
For me, I think this is like maybe a B or a C tier. Her entire fallout was bad, like the way that she handled everything afterwards. Her mum told her to stop doing it, which is just like full on embarrassing. And she kind of kept going back on it.
As we know, Maria knows best. She's got a good track record for keeping Elphaba in line, making good decisions. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say, I'd say C, I think. It's like a safe middle ground.
I would probably put it in B, but seeing as you're the guest, I'll give you that.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you.
To be fair, I was expecting none of them to end up in the bottom half, so we're at least getting somewhere with her.
Yeah, progress. Any progress is progress.
So in the same sort of line of work, we're going to be now going to the £50 subscriptions that she's doing there, because I mean, it's a perfectly normal amount for anyone to spend on a TikTok live.
I think 50 is ridiculous, to be honest. I think it should be 500. That way, all her hard work and efforts are being rewarded by your hard-earned cash. So yeah, I think she's undercharging.
I can only imagine how much like money she's actually got from the subscriptions, because you have to be like a certain type of hater to even get there. Like to get to that £50 mark, you've got that's a lot of money that you've just got to piss down the drain.
Yeah, I mean it's weird though, because we saw her £5 decline earlier on the card machine. So I mean, is anyone really paying for it? Maybe not.
She's got 0.1 subscriptions. She's got even less than that, actually, because that'd be £5 and she'd have been paid for it, so...
She's in her overdraft.
An accent. Actually, it was genuinely an accent. Genuinely an accent. Genuinely. Swear down on my life. Not even shitting you. I'll show you it myself. I'll show you. I can't change it until the 24th of December.
I actually did some, like, investigating to see if this was true, and I couldn't find anything that said that like it has to be at a specific time or anything. So I think that's a lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very convenient, isn't it? Like, you could just accidentally set it to like £2,000 and not change it. I was gonna say, why would she lie about that? And then I realized how stupid of a question that is. So yeah, like you said, I wouldn't. I was.
That's a wrong premise.
I would. Yeah, I'll go with that. That's just a lie. Even if even if that's a wrong guess, I don't think it's silly of us to think that.
It actually was. It was a genuine accident because I thought the tiers were all together, not as a one tier. You like Patreon, right? And you have like tier options to buy. That's what I thought it was on TikTok. Like if you subscribe, you have options. No, you don't. You only get one.
Does she think that like the £50 subscription is an option then? Like that was like a tier 3 subscription? Because if that's what she thinks, then how does that make it any better? What are you doing in your lives to warrant a £50 subscription?
It has to be that just has to be like a blind lie, because how can you think that it's tiered if you can only see one option? Like I don't know how many pairs of glasses you need for that, but come on.
She's just making up things on the spot. I mean, Patreon. She has a Patreon.
I hope to God she don't have a Patreon. I've not looked at that, and if she does, I am astounded.
I was gonna say, like, what if you can't even show that you have a good personality or anything interesting about you, right, on a live stream where you're literally showing yourself 24/7? Then what on earth are you gonna put in a Patreon? That it's not like we're not seeing a certain side to you. Okay, we see a side of you. We see the same you every single day, 24/7. There's nothing new for you to put out there.
No, she don't have one.
I would subscribe.
I'd do more than subscribe. I'd be in the DMs.
There's still time.
There's still time. I'm going. Yeah. All right. You're assuming that I haven't already messaged her about 40 times trying to get a number, but
I was gonna say, get this video to 5 likes and Jake will slide into Elphaba's DMs.
I'll try again, but I mean, considering the work that I've done in the past, I can only imagine that she would decline. But there's always that option there. You can always chase what you can never get. I think that's the love, innit? The chase.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, piss off. Come on. Piss off. Piss off. Mods. Raw. Mod fans.
Stop playing the music.
Yes, she'll stop the music and we'll be in silence.
Have you seen this country?
No.
Have you seen this country? In this country, there's a mum and you never see her. If any of you have seen that, you'll understand what I mean. There's a character who you never see. You always just hear her yapping. And this is exactly Elphaba and her mum. This is exactly that.
I'm sure she's only like recently started coming on the lives, her mum.
She wants some of that Elphaba clout.
By any means. Right, so rating time. Where do you think this stands? Because it's a bad one, but like she's stuck to her guns, so you've got to have that kind of mutual respect there.
Wouldn't you say it's worse than the previous clip because she's lying? Like, at least in the previous clip, she was like just flexing.
Yeah, true.
The fact that she can now earn money. Now she's being like, oh man, I don't know why it says £50. I don't know why.
Yeah, you throw me a curveball there. Fucking hell. Oh, that's such a sticky one. What? Yeah, because she did lie, and she's not one for lying, so it's a small chink in the armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a bit of an out of character moment for Elphaba.
I mean, it has to be worse, but the thing is, you don't really want to put it in D tier because it is just terrible. But actually, yeah, because it's one of the few ones where, like, with the card reader, she'd push it up to someone, and if they didn't pay, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
She's not going to quit live because of the fact that she's not getting the subscriptions.
Plus, like, you have a choice to pay, and at the end of the day, if you pay the £5 card reader stuff, you just don't deserve money. You don't deserve to have control over a card. So you have your own choice. It's like a test. Whereas if you were getting scammed, if you thought you were subscribing to like a £5 subscription and then you get scammed £50 and this is the excuse she gives you, I think that's worse.
Yeah, true. Yeah, D tier it is then. D tier.
Okay, Cool.
So for the next one, I've put this autism awareness badge on. Can you guess what it is?
I wonder, could it be Elphaba lying about having a condition for the millionth time?
I think this is one of like the most seminal ones for her, really, actually. This was like one of her first big lies. Like, she's had loads of little ones before, but I think this one was right around, it was before Tourette's, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I hate the fact that I know so much.
Too much law. We've been too invested.
We're obsessed, to be honest.
Like, fucking clearly neurodivergent of some sort. It's quite clear. Who would be fucking obsessed or wicked for half their life? That's a special interest. If you say that is not a neurodivergent thing, go away.
It's not a neurodivergent thing to be obsessed with something. Like, it really isn't. Like, I don't understand that at all. She's good with self-diagnosing. That's all I know.
She's been on like NHS.com and she's just been looking at like the 5 very vague,
legit.
like common signs that you may have autism.
Yeah, I mean, as well, I've been tested and I've beaten the charges. Not that it's a bad thing to have. You can be perfectly fine with it, but I just... She the fact that she thinks she has and she's not going to get tested like she's done with so many other things, it's just, it drives me up the wall.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's not even like she isn't making the money now. And I think the problem is, like, you can't sit and be so vocal about, you know, claiming that you have something, like, via a self-diagnosis. I'm not saying that there aren't sometimes reasons for self-diagnosing. I don't know, I'm not going to get into that. But to sit there when you literally have the resources to get diagnosed and so many people don't is kind of insane. Like, you are charging £50 for a subscription. You can literally afford one.
Exactly. But I mean, it's not exactly like you could just go to NHS. We live in the UK. You could do it for free. You could have done it for free years ago, but you didn't probably because of the chance that, well, what if I'm not? Well, I've lied.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do know deep down that you have.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most likely situation that's happened.
I am suspected autistic. I was told to self-identify at CAMS. My mum can vouch for that. Do not put this online. I have special interests. I have so many traits. And I've spoken to people who are autistic themselves, diagnosed, and they see so many traits themselves. And I don't want it, but it's fucking clear, okay? I get sensory overloads. I get meltdowns. I can't help it. This has caused me to go into a sort of meltdown, this video.
She says this when it suits her. Like, if you look at how she's saying, oh, this has caused me to go into a meltdown, when she's been put on the spot about something, it's almost like a really good cop-out.
Yeah.
And at least if she had a diagnosis, then you can say that. But when you're literally admitting that you've been told to self-diagnose, it's not really an excuse you can use.
Yeah, when you're faking it. So you can get into she wanted to get into West End. What were it? Were it a West End show? I can't remember. Or it's some like talent show or something.
It was this like competition, this talent show for people who have been diagnosed with autism, and she entered it. And didn't she like win? I think she might have won.
Yeah.
She said she was diagnosed. She literally said to the competition people, like, oh, I was diagnosed in like 2017. Like, she said she had been diagnosed.
Have you seen that South Park thing where Eric Cartman pretends to be disabled to get into the Paralympics?
Yeah.
It reminds me exactly of that.
It literally is.
It's not right. I get really annoyed. The autistic community said that, self-diagnosis is valid because of how long the wait lists are. So, you know what? I am, and I'm very much so, suspected autistic. Thing I did lie about, though, was my diagnosis for autism. That's the one thing I lied about.
At least she came clean with it. At least eventually she came clean with it when she realised there's no other place I can turn.
I mean, saying, oh, I only lied about an autism diagnosis, but you didn't just lie about an autism diagnosis. You lied for another reason. You lied to win a competition against actual autistic people. So sitting there being like, oh no, I only lied. Like, you didn't just say it in a casual passing comment. You entered a competition of which you had a lot of time to think about that. So it's not really like you didn't have chance to actually reflect on your actions.
Well, I don't think she's one for reflecting, if I'm honest.
No, yeah.
That doesn't seem to be part of her portfolio.
It's not part of her skill set.
What is?
Oh, I'm not saying anything. All right, I'm only here for positive vibes.
Okay, that's fine. We're here to rate, that's it.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it. So where do you think this is going to fit in. I think this is a pretty high one.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
I mean, it's damaging, I think, to the autistic community, regardless of whether she says that they said, whoever they is. Like, she's saying that the entire autistic community has said, oh yeah, no, just go ahead. You lie about autism. Like, no, that didn't happen.
Go ahead, lie about it. Get in competitions with it. That's fine. Everything's good. Everything's dandy. There's no problem when you're going to benefit from it, of just pretending that you have it. Embarrassing, man. Drives me up the wall.
Easy, to laugh about, but when you actually think about the situation, it's insane. It makes it difficult to stay nice.
And on that basis, I think this might be an S tier. I think we might have our first S tier. This is like, it's just so abominably bad. It's just so many layers to it, and the fact that she lied about it for so long, I really can't see anywhere else here.
Yeah, no, stick it in the S tier. I think that's the best option, really.
S tier for autism. Woo!
Yay!
Sorry, I don't know if that's too bad.
That felt wrong.
So next, we've got a very sad-looking eyes emoji, and the reason why we have that is because she's going to be begging for some gifts.
How can you not see that delightful, lovely face and not just want to empty your pockets?
Guys, I want gifts. Give me gifts. I love them. I'm just gonna own it. If I want gifts, I want gifts. So give me gifts.
Michael
I love you.
Finch, thank you so much, darling.
Let's let it go.
Oh, Evil Queen's the
Wait, sorry, I can hear CLA.
better than all the rest.
£50 hearts. Let's do it.
How do you think about
Give a flying fuck. It's money at the end of the day.
we'll have all the begging?
We'll have all the begging. Absolutely. Slay. Give me money. I'm just owning it now. At this point, own it, bitch. If I'm being called a beggar, I'm gonna own it. I'm a beggar. Might as well say it.
Put it on
Thank you. Gifts in the house. Let's do it. Let's get some bigger gifts. Can we get some bigger gifts in the house? Let's do it. I'm gonna give followers some as well. Happy with the swan. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Those kind of gifts. That's what I care about.
Those kind of gifts, that's what I care about.
Oh, really, Elphaba? You should have told us that you're definitely not completely superficial. It's so cringe. I say this in every video I do about Elphaba, and there's been a few. But it just hurts. Because, like, the fact people are actually donating, you have problems if you're donating. Genuinely. You are just as bad, if not worse, than Elphaba, because you are contributing to the problem.
Yeah, exactly. You're enabling it, essentially. That's it. And the amount of times that the thing is, we could have actually just sat down instead of doing this video. We could have just done a full, like, maybe even an hour-long video of just reacting to maybe 30 of the 5,000 times that she's begged for gifts. It's beggar's belief, if you'll pardon the pun.
Yeah, and the thing is, people always say, I don't know if you get this comment, but people are always like, oh, stop giving her views, stop platforming her. And I'm like, first of all, okay, I don't think you could platform this woman more if you tried. And second of all, tell that to the people gifting. Like, tell the people that are literally giving her gifts not to enable her. We're just calling her out for being a freak.
Yeah, exactly. When the money dries up, she'll run away. So if you're going to keep enabling that, she's cooking.
Just unfollow. Just everybody unfollow, unsubscribe, stop donating, and the problem will just fade away.
Also, play the mini games in the chat as well. Amanda, thank you, my darling. 81.6k away to number 2. Let's keep going. 81.6k. Smashing this. Keep going. I'm not getting off. Keep going. Pixie, thank you, darling. 81.5k away. Keep going with these clappers. Clappers only right now. Clappers only.
That sounds so sus. I don't like that.
Clappers only. Yeah, clever. Hang on a minute, Elphaba. What's going on here? I don't like this. It's
what are we talking about here?
It is like that NPC trend all over again.
Legit.
You're just repeating the same thing over and over again, and it's working. That's the part that just hurts me. It's actually working.
One of my last videos I did on Luke Bennett, and he just goes, cheers, Pudsey Bears, there, for 1 minute 36, just repeats the exact same thing again. Seems the same with CLA, seems the same with so many other creators, and I can't actually fathom the idea of people seeing this and being like, oh, let me spend my hard-earned money on this. This sounds like a good idea. It drives me at the wall.
I'm just gonna get like a 10-minute YouTube video of me just begging for subscriptions, and then like just put adverts every 1 minute. See if it works.
I'm not sure you'll get the same pull on YouTube. So, where are we putting this weary sad emoji? That is the question.
I mean, it's pretty rancid, but people have a choice. Like, again, if you're gonna donate, then so be it. You just need to question where you're at with your life, and that's coming from me, someone who makes videos on Elphaba. But again, it's kind of harmless because it's not really like there's a victim of the situation.
Yeah.
So honestly,
it is harmless, but
yeah, I'm not morally. It's not okay.
I think really from a consistency basis.
Again, it's like I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that like this is something that should be normalized, but if you think about everything that she's done. This is like one thing that she does that actually doesn't really.
Yeah. Should we put it in C then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm having this mental torment with myself because it's definitely like a D because everyone else does it. But it's the consistency. She's been doing it for over a year. The clip that I showed you earlier, that's over like 9 months old, I believe. So like it's got that there.
Well, maybe we can just see it as dedication. Maybe we can just take a page from Elphaba's book and just have that drive and willpower to get that bag.
All right then, 24-hour live stream tomorrow.
God, I would literally rather die.
All right, I'm putting it in C.
Yeah, that's fine. I can live with that.
Right, so next we're going to be going over to, I don't know if you see this man. Do you recognise this man at all?
No.
So this is like a seminal moment for my life. So there's this video on YouTube of I think it's 3 men with Tourette's go on holiday. And it's like a clip from a documentary. And this is actually how I learned about Tourette's. Which is probably a bad thing because I thought it was funny at the time and it's actually really sad. But this man has taught me so much.
Welcome to the pleasure dome. Touch me, piss, it's great.
There's a fat guy.
So if you didn't guess, it's Tourette's.
Wow. Okay.
Because she lied, didn't she?
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of gathered that, to be fair. What? She lied? About having something else?
Oh my
God. Who would have thought? Whoa, I never knew that.
I never knew that.
Whoa. Nah, I never knew that.
The thing is, it's like the most pathetic attempt at doing something like this. Like, if you're going to try, at least try.
Yeah, like, at least dedicate. Like, at least fully lie. Like, if you're going to put, like, half-ass effort into doing it, it feels wrong to say because, obviously, I mean, we know she's lying, but it still feels wrong to be like, shut the up. You know what I mean?
Legit.
Just gives me the ick. It's just so cringe. Like, she's sitting there, like, as well, like, acting all innocent and sweet, like butter wouldn't melt. Yeah, legit.
Oh, it's so sweet for you to be faking Tourette's, isn't it? Oh, it's so cute. Yeah.
What happened to that, by the way?
What, do you mean the entire situation? The ticks?
Yeah, like, what? Yeah.
Oh, they walked out the door.
They just left.
Yeah, the ticks walked out the door with the bed bugs and the scabies mites.
She had part-time Tourette's.
She couldn't dedicate to that full-time grind.
It was a 20-hour-a-week contract with Tourette's. That was it.
She wasn't on permanent, so seasonal work. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So I think for this one, this is really high as well. I don't think it's super high because it didn't take her too long for her to apologize and say that I didn't do it. But I do think it's quite bad. It's really bad because it's the same thing again. It's a neurological disorder that you're faking.
Yeah, it's just mocking people, isn't it? It's just being like, oh, I have this because I think it's cool to be what she sees as different. And it's just, I mean, even though you can clearly see through it, and I think anyone who actually suffers with Tourette's and tics would know. But it's besides the point. It's the intent that matters. So yeah, no. I'd say same level as
that's
the
thing, innit?
The autism tier.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was kind of thinking maybe A, but because it's something that people really struggle with on the day. They really do. And it's obviously something that is incurable. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's a really bad thing to live with. So for her to fake it, shove it up your ass, you twat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm losing brain cells as we speak.
The funniest thing about this as well is that I've done this entire tier list and I have literally left out maybe about 15 things.
Yeah, probably more. Probably genuinely more. I honestly think sometimes that if I sat down and just did an in-depth Elphaba video about every single thing, it would just be an infinite video.
Oh, it'd be
would
longer
never
than
end.
I Never video.
Just 10 hours of waffle talking about Elphaba's life decisions.
So now we're gonna go into more of like a general one as opposed to like proper targeted. We're just gonna be talking about the idea of apologizing and fake apologies all the time because it really annoys me. And it's at the point where when there's over like 20 different ones, it's a whole sort of controversy in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just insincerity. And at that point, you can't be mad if people don't believe you when you
Legit.
apologize for something if you keep doing it over and over again.
I lied about being diagnosed with autism, correct? And that's damaging. But I'm taking an effort into being diagnosed for it. I think it's clear I'm autistic. Let's be real. And it's not that deep. Self-diagnosis is valid in my opinion. That's why I get a lot of hate from, these situations. But I get put into these situations by haters. I'm so sorry.
I get put into these situations by haters. What do you mean? And the self-diagnosis thing, it does my nutting. Like you can think you've got something, but until you actually get it checked out by an actual doctor, she lies about every. I know.
Brain. I mean, saying you guys put me here is so hilarious because what? No one made you set up your phone and be an absolute freak online. No one made that happen. And saying, oh, I lied and I did it for a reason. It's not an apology then, is it? You're just doubling down. I mean, I respect it. All right, I respect the efforts to really just see it through.
Oh, I really respect the game, that's for sure. But yeah, she needs to be put in the bin.
Sorry for lying in the past. I really am. Deep down, I'm taking an effort into getting diagnosed for autism. If I'm not autistic, then, that's different. Hence why people say you need to get help, I think all of us need help right now. Yes, I tick. I do tick.
It's just an awful lot of nothing, really, isn't it? Saying, oh, if I don't have autism, then that's a different thing. Well, why don't you expand on that? Like, why don't you talk about, what a horrible person it would make you if this entire time you've just been using it as an excuse.
That's why I use this specific clip, because of the fact that, well, it's two things we just talked about, and in both of them she does say, I'm not autistic, but I do think I've got it, so I have it. And then the same with Tourette's, she just doubles down and I've still got it. No, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's literally disappeared, hasn't it? Like, I haven't seen her have these tics the entire time, like, I've been making videos on her, since that, one time where she was, just making noises, trying to emulate them. It's so cringe.
Yeah.
It's actually just cringe. It's the only word I can even fathom to describe how I feel about it.
Only adjective to use, just cringe.
Yeah, it's cringe.
There are so many witnesses who have seen it happen, and the reason why I don't do it on live is because I can suppress them. I can suppress them with control. As for my tics...
So yeah, obviously you can suppress them if you've got Tourette's. Like, that is something that you can do, but that's probably just what she saw on Google, to be fair. I think she's just thought, oh, well, this is a get out of jail free card,
She's just definitely kind of gone and tried to find the very vague kind of potential signs that she may have Tourette's. And it's...
Yeah.
Even just talking about it, I'm just like, why? Like, why is this a thing? Why does this exist?
You're trying to explain insanity to someone. There's no answer. There's no answer. There is legit no answer. It's just someone who is just so far past the point of, like, they've fallen into a ditch and they can't get out, and they just keep digging.
I wish it was okay to, get her on my channel and just, talk to her and be like, what are you doing? Like, and you can't. This is the thing, because you're just giving her an opportunity to have a voice. And quite frankly, I think she's had a very vocal time on TikTok. And, feel free to have these opinions, Elphaba, and these great anecdotes, but just please keep them to yourself. Just keep them to yourself. Don't stream them. Just tell your mum about them.
So it's time to rate it. So I think, I know it's quite general, but I think because of the amount of time she's done it, and this is a perfect example of it, all she does is try to obfuscate the truth and try and twist it. And she apologizes by justifying her actions, and that's obviously so wrong. Don't have to tell you that. So I think this is high up.
It's kind of weird because there's nothing else like an ad that isn't common sense, and you would think most people would see this is ridiculous. Apparently, Elphaba has absolutely zero sense of self-awareness, which, I mean, it's not a surprise.
Legit.
So honestly, I would stick it, pretty high up, pretty high.
We're going S or A. That's the big question. It
A.
is looking a
I
bit
think
dry.
A. Yeah, I think A, to be honest.
Yeah.
Again, I think, A.
So next we're going to be diving into the world of her being raped, because there's multiple instances of it, but the latest one is the Apu Gate, I will call it.
I'm scared.
Have you seen this clip?
I haven't, I don't think. I thought I was an Elphaba expert, but clearly not.
It's like 2 days ago, so you might not
okay.
open TikTok in a couple of days. So
Okay.
it's a latest instance. It's a latest installment of this whole franchise.
That's a wild sentence.
Now that is rude. I agree. It's just me. Yes. Goodbye, okay, I'm just going to say one thing. No. Goodbye, Apu.
Fucking terrible, that, innit? Absolutely terrible. Like I'm laughing, but I'm laughing at how like horrible that is. How ridiculous.
It's like disbelief. Like it's like
Yeah.
what are you what?
Where am I?
Oh, she's actually unbelievable. And I genuinely hadn't seen that clip. And now I've seen it and I'm like, because I've got a video in the works for Elphaba again. And I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I do a bit too much, you know? But then I was like,
Yeah.
I've just seen that clip and I'm like, she fucking deserves it.
Yeah, she does. She really does.
I think my channel should be purely just ripping into Elphaba. That should be my channel's dedication.
And the thing that really gets me here with this one is the apology after that we'll check in a sec. But it's just this is just one installment of it. But it's the fact that the guy legitimately doesn't look anything like a poo apart from skin tone. Like that is just, it's just pure. Like there's no other way around it.
And you would think, like, after her whole excuse of her being racist last time, saying that she was uneducated and she's got a platform now so she knows better, all that bullshit, you'd think you'd just learn. I'm not saying, like, it needs to be taught. Like, it's kind of common sense, isn't it? You would think not to say that would be common sense.
you'd think
but then
so.
we are dealing with Elphaba, so clearly not, you know.
Yeah, well, she's a special case, isn't she?
Anyone that comments on these videos that we make about Elphaba saying, like, you're bullying her, you're clearly you're just stupid. Because if you took, like, a second of your day to look into the things that she says, you would not be calling out the people that call her out for being a bully.
It's so many dramas. It's over so long of a time period. She'd been banned 3 times, and it's like a revolving cycle. It's like a life cycle. She gets banned, she comes back, she causes loads of drama, she gets big, and she gets a little bit too over the edge, and then the cycle continues. The wonderful life that she lives.
She's like a giant germ. She's just a germ that cannot be gotten rid of. And then, like, TikTok is just this, like, pile of immunity. She just won't go anywhere. She's going to plague the internet. She's going to be in a care home doing this, just sitting on live stream.
I think because of all the scandals with, like, her scabies, bedbugs, head lice, I don't think she's touched anti-back.
A moustache because he looked similar to Apu with the moustache. People cut out the clip, right? So he called my mum a MILF.
As he should.
I don't know where he's looking, if I'm honest. That's not for me. That's not for me.
Not for you. Speak for yourself, Jake. Speak for yourself. Marie, if you're watching this, you know where I am.
Oh, don't get your fingers dirty.
Oh, you didn't have to take it to there.
That's so
Oh.
bad. But how does being called a MILF, how does that ever correlate? So, like, if anything, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. A good thing
He
you
called
want.
my mum a MILF, so I got raised. Okay? I got raised. I did what had to be done.
It was appropriate action.
It was an appropriate response, okay? Oh, God.
He disrespected my family, my mother. Did you know what I did? I said, nah.
No, you didn't. You were raised. What? She's like, you know what I did? I put him in his place. If putting him in his place means being raised.
It's appropriate action, like we said. It's just so bad, isn't it?
Since when did she have respect for her mum?
Yeah, exactly.
When did she
exactly? Never.
What? I have seen the live streams of them two arguing to high hell. There is no respect either way with them two.
So, where are we putting the general racism? There's been multiple instances of it. Multiple.
God.
And she keeps learning and she keeps following up. Like the rest of the stuff, really. But where do you think? I think it's quite high.
It's quite, yeah, I was going to say, because not only was she just but she actually doubled down with chest. She was like,
yeah,
I'm just protecting my family. So she's not even denying it. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else would be S tier to see if they like line up. But
not that I'm here, right, to rate because rape is one of the worst things that can happen to anyone. But I think this is A tier just from like an Elphaba standpoint with consistency.
Yeah, no, for real, yeah.
Because it happens every so often.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going A on a poo.
A tier, yeah.
So if you haven't had enough of these scandals, we're gonna go once again to yet another one because I don't know. She's got too many. We're doing scabies this time. The old classic.
Scabies, yay!
Yeah.
I won't go out then. I won't. Fine. I won't go out. 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 When can I go out? Like, I need to know. Never. Next year. Right, stop taking the piss. Piss off.
It's just so embarrassing when you know that she's been out 1,000,000 times as well during this. Like that's the problem.
I know, and saying like, "Oh, I need to go out. I'm so bored," as if you don't spend your entire life inside online.
Exactly.
Like, surely you're used to that now.
Exactly.
What can you possibly do outside? People don't like you. You're actually more likely to have a bad time if you go out. Just stay inside and give us more of these brilliant, engaging streams.
How's she gonna get to Louis Vuitton though?
Oh, that's true. I mean, she could, I don't know, do Louis Vuitton do delivery? I don't know. I don't know about these brands. I'm not earning the bag that Elphaba is earning. We should honestly just learn from her.
Yeah, we should. We'll do our first TikTok gift battle next week. Stay tuned.
So this needs to be sorted just for the safety of this place as well.
Oh.
Thank you. I'm on treatment, so this needs to be cleaned. Yeah?
Do you know what else needs to be cleaned?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
I hope they keep her in the room while they fumigate it.
Nah, but I mean, she probably could do with a fumigation, so it's probably worth it.
Sorry, what? Scabies. Yeah, so fumigation would be amazing.
Fumigation would be amazing.
That is a wild thing to stream. That is insane.
Oh, it's so funny,
Oh.
isn't it? Like this is just the TikTok live problem.
Just have some self-respect.
Yeah, have some self-respect. Look after yourself, and maybe don't go on call when you're having a private call about getting fumigated because you've got that problem.
I wouldn't even, if I had scabies, God forbid, I wouldn't even want to call the people. Like, obviously, you have to, but I wouldn't want to. I'd have shame.
Yeah.
So to call them and stream that is, I mean...
Oh, the brass neck of her.
Yeah, I couldn't.
She has a lot more courage than us, and once again, maybe this should be taken as like a learning experience for us to understand how she does things and try and be better people.
Yeah, she's the gift that just keeps on giving, really.
£50 gift?
At all times. Oh. No, just no.
I think that we should rate scabies based on the actual fallout because it's it's not necessarily bad that she had him, because lots of people have had him in the past. It's the way that she acted around it, and it's everything she did, going out multiple times, all of the lives where she'd just try and gaslight people while she had it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it rates relatively high. I'm thinking like B for this.
Yeah, B. I would say B, definitely. I think because A, like, we've got her being racist, so I think B is probably a perfect place. I mean, in the ideal world, we could just stick everything on S tier and just call it a day. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to say a B, if we put things into perspective.
I think in the ideal world, we wouldn't be sat here talking about this, but I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, in an ideal world, Elphaba wouldn't stream at all.
That's too ideal. That's way too ideal. I mean, you don't have a genie in a lamp, all right?
It's like, is it utopian?
Yeah, utopian.
Is that the word?
You're on the right alleyway. Yeah, it is a utopian world.
Yeah.
One that she definitely would be in. So in a similar vein, we have bedbugs now, because you can only have one mite, I heard, but in Elphaba's case, she's had several.
I actually, when we talk about things like this, it makes me feel like physically uncomfortable, itchy. It's like placebo. I feel disgusting. I need a shower.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, I haven't included it, but there's another one as well, where she's got ticks in her house at the moment. Have you seen that? That were in the past week.
Oh.
She got ticks, and then she's also got fleas, which I don't even know if she has any animals, so I don't know how she's got fleas.
She's been outside rolling in the grass.
Maybe that's why she wants to go outside all the time, so she can get more fleas.
She's like, let me out, I need to roll in the grass. I need to collect as many bugs as I can. It's like Animal Crossing. She's just collecting as many insects as she can, marking them off.
The problem with it is, as well, she's putting it in an old hamster cage that has loads of wires that are just full of gaps, so they all jump out.
So please make sure you disinfect your entire flat, because you're gonna have a long time to do that. Oh yes, it is. You're gonna make fun of me? Well, I'll get my bugs to attack you. You call me the spotty dotty. All right. Well, there you go. Got my dotty bugs to attack you all in your bed.
It's just so grim, isn't it? It's so grim. What? Oh, no. Imagine being this person.
Why are you acting like you're really eating up this? Like she's acting like this is like the roast of the century. You're still talking about the fact that you have bugs. So automatically, whether you give bugs to someone, you're still the more disgusting person.
Why would you flex that you've got bed bugs and lice?
She's just gone outside to get them, to give them to Chelsea Liart.
You know, I don't even know if she went outside for them. They're probably just a little bit attracted to her at this point, because she's been such a carrier for so many others.
Just festering in her house.
Yes. So feel free to do that, and yes, have a lovely day. Spotty Dotty is ending the live stream now, and we hope that my bugs will attack her in her sleep. We love. Bite. Nom nom nom. Bye bye.
So we've seen a first there of her actually ended a live stream.
Wow, what? Her live streams actually end? I thought it was just a continuous stream, 24/7.
It's just persistence, isn't it?
Persistence, yeah. That's one word, I guess.
So I don't think this one's really bad in the sense of, compared to everything else, I don't think it's that bad. I think what she did there is terrible. And obviously we have to you have to take it seriously. We have to contextualize everything around it. She's admitting that she's got them, and she's happy that they've been spread.
Yeah, and also it's kind of hard to sympathise when the person she's threatening to give bugs to is Chelsea Liart.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's a big mid-off. I think really, compared to everything else, like card readers, a C. I think this might even go in a D. No, actually, no.
Yeah.
No. I don't think so, because of the fact that she's happy about spreading them. Like, she wants to pass it on.
Yeah. I can see that being. I can see.
Way!
I can see.
She did it.
Yeah, C will do. Yeah.
So now we're on to skiddy boxes. I'm sure you're very aware of it. I remember seeing your video on it. She Basically, she left the house in a tip, and there was a certain stain on the ground on some boxes.
I wonder what it could be.
Maybe she was just wiping her nose, and I don't know. I don't know what bogies look like.
Is that any better? Is that any better?
Well, no, because if her bogies are brown, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, there's more concern to be had.
It's the gimp mask. It does. It just always does me. It does me in every time.
What is the hand is what I want to know.
Yeah.
What's that for?
What is that?
I mean, but the thing is, if you look at the shape of it as well, what is that doing?
Oh,
You know, I don't want to think.
Yeah.
I don't want to be thinking about that too in depth. But I can't see any other
I think it
other
goes.
reason you'd have that.
It goes hand in hand with the gimp mask, you could say.
Yeah. I am picturing things I'd never want to picture again. If you're gonna spill into your underwear like that, okay, like a child, then at least just keep that off the internet. I don't care what you do in your spare time. I don't. That's fine. Just, we don't need to see that, and neither does your landlord, okay?
Yeah, I don't think the landlord was that impressed with her, but I mean, you can only think, like, why has this happened? I've never seen this on TikTok Live before, where, like, a landlord has fully just outed them.
Yeah.
She really needs to think about her actions around that entire thing, because it's a bit of a sticky one, isn't it? So where do you think you'd rate this? Because, I mean, considering everything, it has to be kind of low, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it shows a lack of respect, doesn't it, to the landlord. But at the end of the day, it's gross. Again, it's disrespectful. I wouldn't say it's one of the worst things she's done. It's just disgusting.
I think probably D tier.
Yeah, D tier.
So next, we're going to move to her eating habits, because I'm not sure if you're aware, but it seems that you pretty much are. But on her TikTok Live, she has like this thing where she'll just eat in a very weird manner.
The thing is, as well, I get very, very agitated when people chew loudly. It's genuinely just one of those things that really irritates me. I can like you as a person, but if you're chewing loudly, I will leave. I will leave the room.
Well, it's a good job she's explaining why she does it.
Oh, of course. I bet it's some diagnosed condition that she's made up that makes her chew loudly.
You can only wonder. You can only wonder.
Who the fuck chews that loud? Okay, I'll try and chew quietly, but the problem is my mouth is built in a different way.
Wow, I'm gonna start using that now. My mouth's just built in a different way. No, actually, maybe I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Got yourself in a bit of a pickle there, didn't you?
I'm not gonna start using that. Forget I said that. That's
that is a little bit sus.
yeah. We'll move on from that one.
Whereas, like, I've got an overbite. So it's like this. So I'm going to be crunching a lot more, but I'll show you. If I try and eat quietly, it still sounds the same. Watch.
It literally doesn't sound the same.
Well, you've just proven that it doesn't.
It literally doesn't. It sounds better. Like, it's not perfect, but it sounds a lot better than you chewing into my eardrum.
Yeah, the overbite does not explain the ability to eat in that certain manner.
This is disgusting. Just this video. Like, her looking into the camera, like, chewing. Just intense eye contact. It's got me feeling some type of way.
What do you mean after that previous comment?
Oh! Just don't listen to anything I say. Continue.
Way more feminine. You want me to eat slower? Okay, fine. I'll try and eat as slow as I can, but I'm so hungry.
Could just not eat at all on TikTok Live. It's just one of those. It's just so grim in it.
What do you mean? This is what you're getting for your £50.
It's like the grimmest version of a mukbang. Like, I don't know if you've seen them. They do like compilations on TikTok, and oh my god, like, it's the worst.
I don't want to. Jake, I thought I was obsessed. Okay, I don't sit and watch Elphaba, is it mukbang videos in my spare time.
I think you've got a lot to learn, Miss Cataclysm.
Oh no, I don't want to learn. Take me away.
So for this one, I think I should probably put this lower. I think we should. It's like there's been a lot of hard hitting ones. This is a little bit of a less tempered one, innit?
I think this is the bottom. This is just this is harmless. It's disgusting, yeah, but it genuinely just doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Bottom? Really?
Because
We're going to get in a big debate here.
okay, go on, you explain.
I don't think there's anything that she's done that's deserving of a bottom tier, to be honest. The reason why I think this should be on D is because of the fact of the consistency. She's done it so many times and it's relentless. Like, it gets to a point where when you've done it so many times, it kind of changes tact.
No,
a little
you
bit.
can't put it on the same level as that. Because if you think about it, D, for that one, she left shit underwear at another person's house. Like, I know it seems like a crime to put something on E because it's like harmless behavior. It's disgusting, and you know, I understand. I hate the sound. It makes me just want to leave this world. But at the same time, it doesn't do any damage, really.
Does damage to my eardrums.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I think the reason I'm more going with E is just because of what's on D.
Yeah, true. Oh my god, it's so bad. I think you're sympathising with Elphaba, and I'm not standing for it.
I'm an Elphaba sympathist. Honestly, like I just think we're too obsessed. I feel like she just makes mistakes, man. Okay, we all do. Let her off.
Yeah, we all do learn from our mistakes, and there's been so many dramas that we covered today that, well, I mean, it's got to go somewhere. So, all right, I think I'll fold. So I'll put it in D tier, but I'm not happy about
That's
it.
fine. I mean, look, I'll let you take the lead for the next one, maybe.
Maybe you don't give me an option for input.
No, I'm taking over your channel.
So we got one more left, and I think this is a brilliant one. And the funniest thing about this is that I've covered about, 12 dramas, 30 dramas in this one. I've actually missed out 15. We could have had so many more, but we're going to be talking about her spending her transition money on LV.
She really did get that bag. She put that into reality.
She got that bag, and if you notice from the previous clips that we've shown, she's actually got a fake LV bag in the actual photo. Sorry, fake Gucci bag.
Oh, that's cringe. That's just added even more cringe to this tier list.
It's that expensive she left it behind with shitty boxes.
I don't even understand her buying these big brands anyway. It's not really like, I wouldn't see Elphaba and be like, oh, she really wears very expensive cool brands.
You wouldn't see her in that frock and think that she's not trendy.
I think she's very cool and trendy, actually. I look up to her. She's in my Pinterest boards everywhere.
I look up to her as well. She's about 6 foot.
Taller than you, Jake Baz.
Yeah, 5'7" king.
Short kings represent.
Well, at least we don't do stuff like this, alright?
At least you don't leave your shitty underwear. That's very true.
Who says I don't?
True. I'm not going to make any assumptions. I wouldn't put it past you.
You know, as Root says, affected. You're affected. Okay, anyway. I love you. And thank you, haters, for the money. And thank you, my supporters. I love you. You know I love you, my supporters. And you are gorgeous and stunning. And also, the people who say, we gifted you for your transition, you never gifted me. It's funny how the people who don't gift me say, we gifted you. But, like, the people who actually gifted me are the nicest people ever. So that makes no sense. But it's funny. So, yeah.
It's good to say that after multiple times begging for gifts from your haters, this entire video hurts.
I know, saying like, oh, haters are giving me money. Not just your haters, though. People that, like, are vulnerable to her taking advantage as well. I don't know how true it is, but I don't know if you saw that, like, one of her top gifters was someone who was vulnerable to just this kind of behavior. So saying like, oh, it's only my haters, like, there are people that donate to you because they look up to you or they feel bad for you. People that think that they can relate based on the fact that she's lied about having autism. These are also the people donating. So what a stupid thing to say.
So anyway, I love you lots. I'll be sharing the haul. And also I'm going to be booking appointments and meetings because I'm going to try and move here, right? So once I've moved here, I can then get diagnosis. Also, I'll transition when I want, but I want to get like the gender dysphoria diagnosis first, and then start estrogen, which is only like 400. So that's actually pretty good. And then
I absolutely hate all the transphobia that goes on in the comments of these videos on Elphaba. People need to actually like treat her as a person and judge her on what she's done, not who she is. But the problem is when you do something like this where you literally spend transition money on like designer clothes when you've said it's for your transition, it embarrasses everyone. It's putting a bad rep on everything around your character as a person, and it's just so disgusting. Like, imagine if how many people could she actually like get someone else to transition? Like 2 or 3 people maybe, with the amount of gifts she's getting per month. The problem is when you do this constantly online, and you make a mockery of the trans community, it only ends up bad.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. There's absolutely no pressure to anyone to transition or to not transition. It's a personal thing. It's your own business. I think the like you said, the problematic part about this is taking other people's money under false pretenses, because ultimately she's treated it like a charity. If you think about what she's done, she's fundraising money for charitable reasons, which is to transition, and then blown it on bags and just really shitty clothes. I like even the stuff, I know this isn't relevant, but even the stuff she has bought, it's just so, why have you bought that? Like, did you see the Gucci shoes that she was trying on? They were just vile.
Yeah. They're the ones that she got kicked out of thingy for.
Yeah.
She should transition into being a better person.
Yeah, I think she should spend all that money on a plane ticket to the middle of nowhere, an island that is far away from society, and she should stay there and never return.
I think they're like actual island there. Like, there's a couple of bits there.
To Ireland. No, the Irish, they don't need that.
The vocal surgery, which is like 4.5. So that's all I need really. But I have to be on estrogen for like ages. So like when I'm on estrogen, I'll be showing you my journey. But I want to make sure everything's safe first. So, you know, I'm gonna make sure everything is safe. Hi! Oh, stop it! I love you.
That was her ego fed for about 3 months.
No, legit.
There.
She was like, "Oh my god, I'm so famous." Every time these people say they're famous, I just want to just end everything, because please just learn the definition of fame.
If you were super famous, you wouldn't have to spend £500 on a Gucci wank rag. But that's just what I think.
Oh, save me.
I love that. And I'll see you soon, my loves. And keep staying. Goodbye. And I'm gonna do a haul of this because I have never bought designer in my entire life. So this is like my first time buying actual designer, and I want to see what it's like. Okay, love you, bye, love you, bye.
So she actually finished this live again. So I managed to capture 2 times that she's actually finished a live.
Yeah, she's not been gifted here. That's why.
Good point. So I think this one is really high. Where do you think? Because like it's the fact of she is using this money that was raised for a specific purpose that could have gone to someone else who needed it more. And it's also something that's so stigmatized in communities and society, and doing something like this only brings a bad rep to people that are going through it, and it's embarrassing. The entire thing's just horrible.
No, definitely. It's raising money for something you've actually not ended up spending the money on. It's also just a bit of a fuck you to the people that would literally just for the money for these surgeries that you're listing. It's just flaunting it. Yeah.
There is one person in the world out there who could have transitioned with this money, and instead they can, and in gaps of that, we have her getting a Gucci bag.
I'm gonna say, genuinely, considering she sees herself as a representative for the trans community, I'm genuinely gonna go with S tier, because it's just a massive to everybody who, again, like I said, just would really appreciate having the money for this, and you're literally just like dangling it in front of people's faces, being like, "Oh, look at this, I can afford things that you can't," and then just spending it on the most pointless ever. It's actually just, yeah, S tier is the only thing I can say.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's S tier as well, because it's another community that's been marginalised, and it's just horrible. She's just ripping this entire community to shreds for her own personal gain. So yeah, S tier. I think I agree. This is S tier. So there we have it. This is the compiled list. How do you think we did? Because I'm really surprised we actually had something in D tier. I'm surprised that there's quite a few bits that are down lower than what I expected. It's quite shocking, actually. What the
It's making something good, if that's possible, out of something disgusting. I mean, because if you think about how we've tried to do it for the sake of the video, we have to kind of separate it, but it's like micro-analysing it, desperately trying to find a way to put something on a slightly better tier. Ultimately, everything should just be put on the same level, which is vile and disgusting. But I think we did a good job.
We did a really good job. I'm still surprised at the card reader at C tier. That's a bit of an odd one.
And we've evenly spread it across the tier list. So
Yeah, that one intentional as well. So like, I've actually made a good clip choice here for once.
yeah, no, I mean it kind of looks like we've kind of made her out to be the average person that just makes mistakes when you just look at that. But I mean, if you know Elphaba, it's pretty easy to also take into consideration, like you said, we've missed out about 1 billion clips. So
Yeah, we have missed out so much, and I mean, I could have actually realistically handed out another 20 different things to put on this, but I don't think you want a 7-hour video on her. But that's the problem with her and her character, and she's constantly in these scandals. So I think considering the choices, we did pretty well.
yeah, I think it's a good start, should we say. A good start.
So yes, speaking of starts, it's time to come to the end. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. Go check out Cataclysm. Her videos are brilliant, and we're going to be doing more stuff like this, including on her channel. So definitely go check her out. And yeah, so see you later. Take care. Say bye.
Bye. I don't know if it was my time to say goodbye. Goodbye.